So, first of all, a big thank you to Katie. I absolutely adore my crown. Canary yellow and pink are my favorite colors, and pink is very, very fitting of my story. So, thank you. Um, about 2.5 years ago, I lost absolutely everything. Wow. And it was devastating. And so I didn't know what else to do other than rely on faith. So after over 20 years, I decided I'm going to go back to church. What else do I have to lose? And so I showed up and I was sitting in the parking lot in this beautiful green dress with lots and lots of cleavage. So much cleavage. And so I remember looking up and going, you know what? Jesus, you just going to have to get these titties because I need some healing. And I didn't know that Jesus was going to take me seriously. And he was going to make me work for it. And he said, how bad do you want this healing? And so in February of 2024, I was in the bathroom at a public restaurant, and I ended up passing out in the bathroom. And I didn't know what happened. I just fainted. And in about, I'd say around April or so, I started having pain in my left breast. And I didn't want to go to the doctor. I was too afraid. I couldn't do it. Not me. There's nothing wrong with me. And so in June, my ankles started swelling. And they were swollen for 3 days. And I said, oh my God, cankles ugly. Ew, who wants cankles? I have to go to the ER. That's what got me to the ER. That's what got me to the doctor. Being vain about not wanting to have cankles. Because, like, seriously, ew. Ew. And so I went to the doctor, to the ER. And by the time I actually got to see the doctor, he was like, there's nothing wrong with you. All your vitals are okay. All the swelling's gone down. Everything's okay. And we ended up having like a 45-minute conversation. We was talking about our kids, his wife. I mean, jokes. He was delightful. He was. And then he asked me in the end, he goes, okay, well, I should probably do some doctor stuff. I should probably do some work. And so he asked me, he said, well, when was the last time you had a mammogram? And I said, I think I was maybe like 30. And he's like, okay, well, since you're 43, let's pretend that you haven't had one. So the ER scheduled me a mammogram, and on August 1st, a very tiny woman with freakishly strong hands said, that's cancer. That's when I knew, how bad do I want this healing? And I said, you know what, Jesus? You can go ahead and have that titty, because that's how bad I need this healing. What do you do when you feel like everything is gone? What do you do when you feel lost and scared? I thanked God. I thanked him over and over and over again. Because in giving me cancer, he also taught me how to live life through 5 words: love, kindness, mercy, and grace, which equal to humility. And you know what? Sometimes on those days where you can't find love, kindness, mercy, or grace, default to humility. I humbled myself. I learned how to love myself harder. I learned how to take accountability of all those things that I just, you know what? I didn't really want to do it, but I did do it, but I don't want to say, oh, I did it. I did it. I did it. How can I make it right? How can I be a better person for myself? How can I be a better person for my kids? Because I didn't know what stage of cancer I was at. I just knew my life is precious. And this was my opportunity to see just how precious it was. Since then, I definitely have one titty. I definitely gave it to the Lord. But I have peace and joy. And I smile every day that I wake up. I am so thankful. I am so grateful. Love, kindness, mercy, and grace, which equal to humility. That is what gets me through my hard times. So, as I say every Sunday, for almost 2.5 or over 2.5 years now, if you can't figure out how to love yourself, go out and figure out how to love somebody else.